Right, today I'm going to show you guys at home how to simply make what I think is the best paper aeroplane. And we're going to write our prayers on them. You might think that's a bit silly, but it's just a bit of fun. And remember, if your prayer is coming from a good, kind and loving place in your heart, then God will hear it. Now, Monkey, this is quite tricky, so you'll need to follow these instructions quite carefully, OK?
Of course, Jovis. As always.
I'm just going to write my prayer on here, then. I'm going to write, "Oh, dear Lord, please help me make a good plane." And I'm sure he will. Right. Now, the first thing that you need to do is get yourself an ordinary sheet of paper like this one. Fold it in half, top to bottom. Now, making a good paper aeroplane is so much about the accuracy. So take your time. Make sure that the corners are lined up here and lined up here before you pin it down with one hand and then run your fingers top to bottom to get that crease just perfect. It's really important that you get that first crease just right. Now, we're going to do a funny thing. We're going to open it back out again. Why didn't we just fold it down there then? Well, you'll see now. I want you to take what will be the front of the aeroplane and fold in the corner here like this, OK? So that you're making that 45-degree diagonal line there. And again, it's really important to keep these lines nice and neat and crisp. OK, so I'm just going to line it up against the crease that I've made here and squash it down. OK, that's not too difficult. Just try and do it carefully. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Bring that piece of paper in, bring that corner in over, match it up as neatly and tidily as you can, hold it down with one finger, and then make a nice crease along there. Easy as pie. You probably know how to do this already up to this point. How's yours coming on, Monkey? All right?
Wonderful, Mr. Bon-hovis. I'm following your direction exactly.
Great, good. Now, what I'm going to do here, to make your aeroplane last a little bit longer, you can put a little nose bumper on there so it doesn't crumple up. And all you have to do to get a little nose bumper is fold that in there before you make the rest of the aeroplane. And that will mean that it can crash into the floor and the wall a few times and it won't get all wrinkled up. Now, we're going to do something similar to what we just did with this. Not a 45-degree angle this time. This is a bit more tricky, and this is where it starts to get streamlined. We want to bring this line here and line it up with this line down the middle again. OK, so watch very, very carefully what I do. Bring that over there and line it up with that middle piece, and making sure that you've got it perfectly in line. Hold it down and then flatten it off there like this. Flatten it off, making a nice sharp crease along there. And the same on this side, bringing this fold of paper into the middle, and then it should be pretty much symmetrical, OK? Oops, try not to wrinkle it up like that. Now what we're going to do is fold it back in half. Now, you might say to me, "Mr. Bon-hovis, that doesn't look anything like a paper aeroplane." But wait. Now, this is where we get our wings, OK? So I want to make a wing shape all the way from the tip of my plane here right to the back of the plane here. This is going to be the fuselage, or the main body of the plane, and this is going to be the wing. Just watch. I want to come over like that, lining up this crease here with this crease here. Take your time, be careful. Bring it down. You might have to squish it a bit to make it fold over. Right, and line that up. And when you think you've got it right, pinning it down with your fingers, then make that crease again, like that, you see? Nice and firm. Right then. Now I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Turn your paper over. Now do exactly the same on the other side. Bring this line in here to match that crease there. Watch carefully. See how I do it? fold it over like so. This might seem a bit complicated the first time you do it. It does. But you will be able to do it if you keep practicing. I absolutely guarantee it. Now, this is starting to look more like a paper aeroplane or a paper prayer-aplane. Hold it in that middle crease like that. Turn it up this way and lift up the wings like so. And look at that. You've got your paper aeroplane. Get a little piece of tape and put it there where all these folds meet up and it'll last that bit longer. What about that? How's yours coming on, Monkey? Can I have a look?
Oh, yeah. Have a look.
Oh, Monkey, that is a paper prayer-aplane, not a paper prayer-crane. What have you done? Oh, dear, that's funny. Well, one last thing, boys and girls, before we have a nice fly, if you just turn up these wingtips here, give it a little bit of lift at the back, practice messing about with those, and watch this. Here we go, look, shall we see if it works? Hey, whoa, what about that? Boys and girls, that's all we've got time for. It's time to say bye-bye from me, Jovis bon-hovis, and these guys, the Creation Crew. Now remember, Jesus loves you. Bye! Bye-bye.